How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to teach you how to tie my wood duck Chironomid. The hook that I have in the vise is a Daiichi 1760 in a size 14. The bead that I have on the hook is a black 3/32 bead. I think it's a Wapsi bead of some kind. I'm not too sure, or it could be a hook and hackle. I don't remember as I don't have the package. And the thread that I'll be using for this fly is UTC Ultra Thread 70 in wood duck. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie right behind the eye. I tie my thread in because this fly you do need gills. And this is a fly to be tied. You could probably tie it in up to a size 10, which is a bit of a stretch, but size 12 through 16, maybe even 18 is probably good. And I am just using some Antron yarn. Uni stretch is also good for your gills. I'm just going to give it a few wraps. I'm going to cut it off. And I'm going to bring my thread in front of the Antron yarn and do a 3-turn whip finish. I'm just going to make sure that that knot's seated well. Then I'm going to cut off the excess thread and move my bead up. I'm going to cut off the excess yarn. This is a little bit awkward to do from behind the camera. Now I'm going to tie my thread back in behind the bead. Just how you would normally tie thread in, and then I'm going to grab my wire. The wire that I'm using is UTC Ultra Wire in a size small. The color is wine. You could also use silver or red, but I am choosing to use wine. I'm just going to tie that in behind the head and tie it back into the bend before bringing my thread back up the hook. Now I'm going to start building my taper. And what I'm doing there is I'm just kind of flattening my thread out. I'll do it again. Then once you have your taper built up how you like it, you can wrap your wire up. I'm counter wrapping it. Once you get behind the bead, you're going to want to tie it off. Once you have that tied off, you're going to want to helicopter the excess free. Then you're going to want to do a 3-turn whip finish again. And make sure you seat that. I seated it a bit too well. As you can tell, the thread broke. And then you're going to want you to use your dressing of choice. I'm using Raid Zap UV resin. You can use whatever UV resin you'd like. And I would rather have one with a brush. I think my next thing of resin, I'll try to get some with a brush. But I'm just gonna put some on there, and I'm gonna grab my bodkin to spread it out. Then I'm gonna use my UV light to cure it. There you go. Once that is cured up, that is how you tie my wood duck chironomid. Catch you guys on the next one. Fish on.